Welcome to Storyland Adventure. Join us for magical stories, cool characters, and lots of excitement. Hit subscribe, and let's explore together. Ready for awesome adventures? Let's go! It was the apple harvest season, and all the families from a precious village called Manzanares went out together with carts, baskets, and sacks to gather the shiny and juicy fruits that sprouted from their trees, to later sell them in the city. They set out very early in the morning, for this way they could gather many apples before the sun announced noon, being able to return home to have lunch with the work well done and finished. In the distance, as they descended the hills to reach the valley, they could see the wonderful trees, healthy, strong, and young that they had. Once in the valley, the children ran, the mothers sang, and the men with their broad backs prepared to start the day's task. Manuela, with her fresh little dress and flowery apron, was one of the first to start jumping to reach the apples and quickly fill her basket despite being a little girl. She ran from one tree to another looking for the biggest and reddest apples to place them carefully in the basket. You see, if an apple got bumped, it had to be eaten immediately, for the next day its appearance would not be the same and no one would want to buy it. The next day the activity began again, and Manuela ran again from place to place jumping to grab her apples. One morning, however, in the middle of her usual routine, Manuela touched an apple so slippery that it seemed like caramel. That caught her attention. So Manuela stopped to observe it carefully, checking that the shine allowed even her face to be reflected in the red skin of the apple. Then she walked to the other side of the tree, where the apples hung a little lower, and after managing to take one in her hands, she decided to bite it. With her eyes wide open and full of excitement, Manuela tasted that incredible apple, as soft and as sweet as the candies that her dad sometimes brought from the city. The excitement was so much that Manuela took only a few minutes to go to the rest of the team to inform them of the phenomenon. However, no one could understand what she was saying because the apples were the same as always, and no one thought they looked different from what was usual. The team then left thinking that Manuela had a lot of imagination and a desire to play. Despite the fatigue generated by the task of harvesting, everyone returned to their work, and Manuela walked thoughtfully towards the tree from which she had taken the apple. She stopped, walked around it, and suddenly saw the caramel apples again. She grabbed another one, bit it, and again confirmed that those apples were of a delicious and exquisite sweetness. But when she was about to call her parents and friends again to see the apples, she heard, "Shoo! Manuela, Manuela!" A friendly voice came from the tree. "Yes?" The amazed girl replied, "Manuela, the caramel apples are only for you, no one else can eat them. And why is that? Because even if you don't remember, because you were still very young, you planted me one day. Everyone thought I wouldn't grow, and you trusted me and planted me in this same land. Thanks to your love and the sugar lumps you added for me to grow strong, I am here now." "Well, I don't remember, but if it's true, it sounds very nice," Manuela replied. "I will never forget it, and as I have become a great tree, strong and happy, I give you this gift. Every time you come to pick apples, you will have your caramel apples at your disposal. Thank you, dear tree. So, will I see you every year, and we can talk?" "Of course, Manuela, and thank you for giving me life and caring for me tenderly. In gratitude, I want to take care of you and pamper you." Lesson for kids: just like Manuela, we can make a difference through our acts of kindness and care. Whether it's tending to a garden, looking after pets, or being a good friend, our actions can bring unexpected joy and beauty to the world. Please like, comment, subscribe. Thanks.